I'm here. Letting a couple people come in first. Yeah, absolutely. What was that? Yes, it is.
Fabio on. Hang on. Cheers. Void.
Yep. There we go. Now you can hear me. Hey. Welcome everybody to the Snowbirds meeting room. I'm Void Walker Joe. My esteemed co-hosts Zug Zemimi and Shadow Spectre 11. So I was just saying, we are getting used to the new schedule. So Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. But I think we're getting there. Hopefully you all can make it with us. If you can't, then always catch it afterwards. It's always good too. We are going to go over the new missions in the Inside Star Citizen that was last Thursday. So yeah, the new missions, and then we're going to talk about the new 200 player playtest that's in Evocati. When is it? Next week?
No, it's in 2 days.
It's in 2 days. Okay, this week. Yeah, so we'll talk about what that means, whether that's good or bad, because I think it's a little bit of both, honestly.
Well, 200 player servers.
Exactly. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and we'll get to them. But first, we're gonna go watch the ISC, and we're gonna pause here and there, talk about it, give our feelings, our opinions, whether we're excited for these new missions or not. We'll talk a little bit about CitizenCon too. Well, I think it'd be kind of cool to revisit some of our predictions. Tickets go on sale for CitizenCon. When is it? It's the 28th.
October?
So what is that? The
Couple days.
Thursday?
3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
Wednesday. No.
Soon.
Yeah, Wednesday tickets go on sale. So I am ready. I have saved up, so I'm gonna get those VIP tickets. It'll be interesting to see how fast they sell out. A lot of people were complaining about the prices and stuff, but what do you guys feel about the prices? Do you think it's too much, or you think it's just right, or too little?
Excuse me. This is my first live CitizenCon, so I can only take a look at past prices to see what they were. And for a 2-day event compared to a 1-day event, I don't see a problem.
No, I don't either. I don't know why people are complaining about this kind of thing. You're getting 2 full days of convention time, and $200 really for that. I mean, $100 a day, it's not bad. You walk into any store, you're gonna spend $100 in like 2 minutes. You can pick up 2 things.
Right.
If you need to get laundry detergent, something else, it's gonna be $100. That's an exaggeration, but
basically, like growing up, my dad always called it the $50 Walmart tax.
Yeah.
You go in there and get a Coke, and you walk out of there $50 worth of stuff because you just forget about things, right? So for the convention, for Star Citizens concerned, I can see how people would think it would be a little bit high because this is a bit different. But this convention, I think, is going to be different than most other conventions. And I haven't been to the ones previously, so I don't have firsthand knowledge. It's just have people I've talked to, looking stuff up online about the previous events. They've never really had one this large. They've never had it 2 days before.
Yeah.
They're really pushing the player booths this time. They're really pushing to get volunteer aids. So there's every indication that I can find that they are intending this convention to be considerably larger than they've ever had before. So I think the 200 for a base ticket for both days, and a 300 for the VIPs is perfectly fine. It's very reasonable.
Yeah.
I wish they would give. I wish they would have had a 1-day ticket. Like if they would have had like a day 1 ticket, day 2 ticket. If you can't go to both or don't want to go to both.
If they wanted to do that, they would have to put out the schedule super early, because you would have to be able to pick and choose which day you want to go for whatever's happening. And typically when it comes to the schedule, they don't put that out until super like right before.
Necessarily. I don't think you have to put the schedule out. It's just like if you're like, for example, one of my org mates is on a work convention over on the East Coast, and he can't make it to Saturday, but he can't make it to Sunday. So the question becomes like for him, it's like, is it worth buying a ticket if I'm only going to get 1 day out of it? For him, it would be nice, even if whatever's there.
Well, also, if what he considers to be the good stuff happens on the day that he can't make it, then there's no point in going at all. You're gonna go there maybe to see your friends or something like that. But other than that, it's if you can't make it for the things that you really want to see, really care about, then I don't know.
It would be worth it to have the option. Like it would be nice to have that as an option, but like I said, I get why they wouldn't do it, but I don't think it would hurt if they did do it.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing, so they're definitely not going to give us the schedule. I think anytime soon. I think for at least a couple months.
I don't think they know. Like truthfully, I think they have high notes that they want to hit.
Yeah.
I'm still betting that Squadron 42 is going to be a big part of it. But how far will the PU be at that point in time? How close to server meshing will they be at the time? Yeah. Will there be will 320 be out, or will it be about to be out? There's a lot of things that they just don't know yet. So their own schedule is probably pretty open right now.
Yeah. And from what a lot of people have said about other conventions, I haven't really been to any at all. I've been to probably a couple in the past. Even they don't get their schedules out until pretty close to the date. So it seems like it's like a normal thing. And it's going to be interesting to see whether I'm a little scared to see if the content they have for those 2 days are actually going to be worth it. I don't want it to be like the previous 3-4 years, because there really wasn't much there. But considering the circumstances that COVID was happening and all of that,
well,
I can understand, but still.
And I think I said this before, but last year,
real quick, be right back.
Okay.
Last year, there was no limitation whatsoever on them doing a physical one. If they wanted to have done a physical CitizenCon last year, they could have. But
there were still COVID scares, though.
No, not last year.
They didn't want to get everybody together for that kind of thing. They were letting it blow over for another year. That's what I got out of it. That's what I heard.
No, last year was the 3rd year that it was in. Because it started at the very beginning of 2020, right? Like very, very beginning. So towards the end of that year, they basically canceled the CitizenCon. 2021, they just had a virtual one. 2022, that would have been the 3rd year. At that point in time, things were open. They could have had a physical one if they had wanted to. I don't think they had enough to show. I think they were right. The 2022 CitizenCon was kind of weak. It was nice to see what they're working on. It was cool to see Quantum and Master Modes, but that would not have been worth an in-person showing, right? They could have done it. I believe they could have done it. The fact that they're doing a physical one and it's a 2-day one this time, I think says there's something that they have to show.
Yeah. I think I definitely gave them more time to prepare for something pretty big, you know. And the fact that at that point they didn't even have PES out yet, you know, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, so not even having PES out, that was going to be a huge chore to even just push it out, and you know, not being able to really show much at the CitizenCon if they had it in person. That's a huge deal. So definitely. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start it. Put that bad boy full screen. There we go.
Every time we talk to the folks at the Mission Feature team, they've always got a number of interesting irons in the fire. And as they pursue work on the upcoming Alpha 320 and
What's
beyond...
up? You guys good?
Can't hear it.
You can't hear it.
Nope.
You're not sharing it via Discord.
Oh. Shit. Yeah, that's okay. Hold on.
Hey, really?
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget, if you want to post any questions, or you guys have any questions as well, be sure to post them in the chat.
Just adjusting things real quick. There we go. Make it beautiful.
So what do you think about that 200 player test leak? Shadow.
I would love to get in on it. I know that.
Are you afraid of it, or you think it's be a bad idea?
No, I don't think it's a bad idea, but let's, to me, at this point, I think they need to get some technology under their belt before we go to 200. Like,
really?
Like server meshing?
I don't know. I think
that's the point. That's the point of the test, to see.
I know. To see if it's going to work.
Yep.
No, I think we can do it. I think it can happen because the last what do you call it, the last patch, the 19.0, where we had those like NPCs that were just infinitely spawning, right?
Yeah.
That was happening at every crash site, at every location, and in the prisons. It was happening everywhere, right? Yeah. And the servers were still mostly playable. 19.0 was not.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect by no means, but it was definitely playable.
Yeah.
And they've clearly fixed that part of it. And then how much of that server bandwidth was being used by basically infinite NPCs?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Was there another 100 players worth of NPCs that was out there? I would say
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know.
So my question is, can their network bandwidth handle it? Because it's pretty clear to me that the servers could probably handle that number of players.
Well, I mean, at this point in time, I hope that it's going to get better. I just want to see, it come to fruition. I know it's going to be rocky, just like everything that happens. You know what I'm saying? But I am pleased to see the attempt, and that's progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Looks like we're going through a